What's going on, Ball and Glove loving Brewer fans? Welcome to Brew Crew Tuesday. I'm your host, Tyler. You can find me on Twitter at Tyler Kurth. Read my articles by following Reviewing the Brew on Twitter. You can also follow our podcast on Twitter at Trilogy_pod, on Facebook by searching Wisconsin Sports Trilogy, or subscribe to us on YouTube like you hopefully did already. On the other screen there is my cheesehead loving buddy Trevor. He is the host of the Packers Trilogy podcast, but is here for Brew Crew Tuesday today. And we have like earth-shattering news to go over today. The Brewers hung some new hardware up in Miller Park. So take a look at it. That is some pretty good hardware up there, Trevor. What are your first thoughts when you see that?
Oh my God. And this is terrible. But instantly it reminds me of the Minnesota Vikings and Mike McCarthy saying, "We don't hang division banners. We're fucking hanging wild card banners." What? Stop it. No, stop it. You hang the important banners. Unfortunately, that means there's zero in Miller Park or American Family Field or whatever the hell they're calling it now. But no, I am not a fan of that at all because it makes me think way too much of the Minnesota Vikings.
That is a very fair comparison. And I can only think of like one possible counter to this argument. Like, I agree, that banner should not be up. It's flat out just straight embarrassing. We weren't even above 500. Like, you should not be celebrating that. But I will say, I think the 2008 NL wildcard banner, that should stay. Like, that was the Brewers' first time ever, reaching, well, not first time ever, but reaching the playoffs for the first time since 82 when they finally did that. So I think that one's worthy. But this one, no, not at all.
And if you want to hang division banners, that's one thing. But wild card, just stop. Even the Vikings don't hang wild card banners. Ugh. I am not a fan of that at all. I just celebrate the good things. If you want to celebrate division championships, all those type of things, fine. But do not. You win the NLCS, fine, hang the banner. But come on. Wild card? And you didn't even win the game or the series this year? Come on.
Yeah, not a very strong move by the Brewers. And it's really weird because hanging that banner costs money. And then the Brewers go out and cut their entire social media team, which poor Caitlin, poor Aaron, rest in peace. They are free agents out there and have been pros in the Brewers organization for many years. And it's a shame because Brewers social media is a huge part of what we do. Jim Gorlat tweeted out on Twitter in 2000, engagement ranks third in all of MLB on Facebook, fourth on Twitter, and first in Instagram, which is actually kind of surprising because I didn't know people used Instagram that much. So apparently we need to get on that. But then when you take it a step further, Instagram engagement for the Brewers ranked number one out of 123 teams spanning across Major League Baseball, the NBA, NFL, and NHL. So Brewers are losing some very good and very underrated people here. And it's just a shame.
Yeah, it really is. First off, I know you live under a rock, but I didn't know your rock was that big that you didn't know people used Instagram. Are you kidding me? We are on like the low end. Like, we just do Twitter. We should probably do Instagram. Maybe we'd get a little bit more of a following. And we just do Twitter and Facebook, but we're like in the dinosaur age at this point with Twitter and Facebook. So yes, I knew that Instagram was a big thing, and it definitely is a big loss because they have been very good on social media, and it's definitely an interesting decision by the Brewers to go ahead and do that. And I don't fully understand it. There's been times where the Brewers and the Bucks, really, their social media presence is hilarious, and they're good at trolling, and it's just awesome. And now it'll be interesting to see what happens. And the Brewers posted something about Devin Williams today, which I'm sure we'll get to that in a second. But they posted something about that, and friend of the podcast, Jack Stern, quote tweeted it and said, "Who tweeted this?" so so that was pretty funny. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kind of making light of the situation, but all in all, we hope those people get back on their feet and get jobs that they deserve because they were very good at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it's probably going to go to like, some college intern who's not even getting paid for the position because that's just probably the way it's going to go. It's that, or the second option is Rock is going to be doing it. And then you're just going to get tweets about, oh, that was a great block in the dirt by the catcher.
Oh, jeez.
In other like really disheartening news, the Brewers have a ton more free agents now. I mean, all minor leaguers here. So let's take a look at the list. And there are two things that catch my eye about this list. First off, who's your long lost cousin there, Anthony Bender? Didn't know we had a Bender in the organization here. And two, Keon Broxton. He's gone. What are the odds the Brewers give him a qualifying offer? I think it's pretty high.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know Anthony Bender at all. If I find out I'm related to him and he gets to be some great player, hopefully I reap the benefits a little bit. But, to me, this isn't all that exciting. I don't dig quite as deep as you do into the Brewers. So to me, I didn't really know or didn't even know this happened, if I'm being honest.
That's fair. And to be honest, I don't know who your cousin is on this team either. That was the first time I ever saw that. So, yeah, I guess, the only like really cool news is this brings the 40-man roster down to 35 players now. So Brewers got some more room to do some work here as we officially start free agency. But speaking of award season, let's go back to some positive news here. Devin Williams, NL Rookie of the Year finalist. He's got some stiff competition to go against, but what do you think his odds are of winning here?
I really hope that he is able to win this and take both away. To me, my big boon for Devin Williams, other than his stats, and I could rattle off a bunch of them that are absolutely insane, but my big boon for Devin Williams is he won NL Reliever of the Year. That's competing against all relievers of all calibers, of all years of service, all of that kind of stuff. And he was the best one this year. He was the best at his position, full stop, in the MLB, not just out of the rookies. Full stop. He was the best relief pitcher while in the National League. You could probably argue full stop in the MLB. So to me, that's the big boon for Devin Williams, is he proved that he was the best in the league at his position, and that is super, super exciting, and hopefully that means another piece of hardware for Devin Williams.
I agree. Hopefully the Airbender brings it home. I mean, Alec Boehm, Jake Cronenworth, did they have cool nicknames like Airbender? Clearly not, so they're already lacking in that category as well. So we'll pay attention as those get announced. And then I did want to bring up that, despite the Brewers having a below 500 record, as we already pointed out, Craig Counsell, for the first time since, 2017, is not in the running for NL Manager of the Year. I honestly thought he got gypped in 2018. 2019, I think I understood a little bit more, but he also had that Christian Yelich injury to overcome, which I thought might have gave him an edge. But, now it's kind of a shame he didn't win it one of these 2 years, and the Brewers, for, lack of better words, they kind of sucked this year, so doesn't even get considered.
Yeah, he shouldn't. Like, you look at the NL Managers of the Year, and first and foremost, Don Mattingly from the Marlins goes from 105 losses in 2019 to a above 500 win percentage in 2020. They really were not supposed to be good, and he definitely deserves to be in contention. Jace Tingler, probably butchered that. That's fine. But for the Padres, again, it's kind of the same situation. From worst to second in the division, but they go from 92 losses to a 37-23 record. That's a 6.617 win percentage. That is real damn good. And if you look back, the Padres, the last time they had over a 600 win percentage is all the way back in 1998. So definitely worth it there. And then David Ross, nah. It's the Cubs. He was on a good team. I get it's his first year, but he was on a good team. Made it kind of easy for him. So to me, it's between the first two guys I mentioned, because really it's worst to second in both of those situations. But like, especially for the Padres to go 37-23 in that win percentage after losing 92 times last year is very, very impressive.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, on the American League side, how do you think Rick Renteria feels of the White Sox? Gets fired from his job, and now he's a candidate for Manager of the Year. You do not see that shit very often. So just bizarre stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think Mattingly, I mean, but the Marlins were not supposed to do anything this year. So kudos to them for doing everything they did. But I think that's going to wrap us up here for Brew Crew Tuesday. We'll be back doing this every Tuesday, quick little segments. If you want full-length ones, make sure you check out our podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple. We also post them on the YouTube channel, where you get to watch us interacting and looking at one another. So check everything out. Check out all the Packers content, and stay classy, Brewer fans.
Justin Stearns.